Good morning, everyone. It's Jen. Welcome to Simple Local Life. We're doing a little Friday morning live this week, Elspeth.
Well, the week kind of got away from us
It
in
did.
more ways than one.
It definitely did. So here it is. It's Friday morning. I'm already sweating a little, Elspeth.
And I got the frizzies, this dampness in my hair. Oh my goodness.
It's we're definitely in this heat wave, of course, that's been going on here on the South Shore and all across the province. Another day of kind of these high temperatures and humidity. So lots happening with that, of course, when it comes to gardening and how we take care of our dear little plants in our gardens. And I know you have some thoughts and tips on what we should be doing.
Well, I have had questions from people, not so much in the last 2 days because the heat makes people think automatically about watering. But prior to that, somebody actually asked me, do we get enough rain to look after the water to my plants in baskets and hanging planters? And I tried not to be sort of shocked, but I said very nicely, I don't think that's quite enough.
That's not enough.
And in this kind of condition, there are lots of plants that probably need water twice a day.
Okay.
And I know here, I check things twice a day and have to go around and re-water. Petunias are one of them.
Okay.
The wave petunias, if you've got a wave petunia basket,
yes,
it uses liters of water a day. I've read the numbers, which I can't remember, but anyway, it's quite staggering, the number of liters of water it will use.
Okay.
So if you have those, you're going to have to water likely twice a day. And if you have big, very full-looking planters and baskets, you may have to water twice a day. But the big thing is check them. Are they heavy? Do they feel wet? Put your finger in. Is the soil damp?
Okay.
When you check, that's the thing. If it is, then they're okay.
Oh.
Plants that are in the shade maybe can go a couple of days without water, but plants that are in full sun, in this really scorching sun, it's not out yet, thank goodness, but in the scorching sun, they are likely the ones that are going to really benefit from watering a couple of times a day.
Okay, can I just ask, so I know I like to go out very early and do my watering because I've heard, watering in the morning is, kind of the prime time. So we're twice a day, I'm doing that in the morning and like an after supper evening water?
So watering in the morning is really ideal because then the water, if you've got water on leaves or whatever, it evaporates during the day and the plant can utilize that water through the day. Watering later in the day, you run the risk of having dampness in your plant and this humidity, then you can get into powdery mildew problems.
Right.
So, to be really honest, it's a trade-off between getting the water to them and this powdery mildew. Some plants are more susceptible to it. Again, petunias being one of them. Those petunias.
Fussy little little plants.
They are fussy little plants. But there are other things that will can develop a mildew problem.
Yes.
But if you have good air circulation, which doesn't seem to be either, it's dead calm this morning.
Yeah.
But that is important. So watering in the morning is ideal. So do that, and then check them later in the day. And if you have to water in the evening, try not to get water on leaves because that creates in this high humidity environment, for any fungus that may be on your leaf to develop into powdery mildew, which is that fuzzy looking stuff that looks like mold on the things in the back of your fridge.
Okay. Okay, if you guys,
that white stuff.
Yeah, if you're watching live and you have any questions about watering or looking after your plants in this heat or anything in general, Elspeth is more than happy to help while we're live, or we can answer those later. So what else should we be thinking about, Elspeth, with this kind of heat going on?
If you're watering a lot, you need to fertilize.
Yes.
How many times do I need to remind people about this? But I'm happy to remind them because there are, we're now into the, what is it today, the 21st? 22nd.
It's the 22nd.
22nd of July.
Yeah.
So we're well on into the growing season. If you think you're going to forget to put fertilizer on and you're having trouble remembering, even though I've reminded you a few times, and you're still having trouble, then this is the product you should get, is what I call Feed and Forget, which is a hanging basket and container fertilizer, which is slow release. So they're little pellets that when you put it on the top of your planter or your hanging basket, it slowly releases the fertilizer. This is ideal if you really feel you're just not going to remember the rest of the summer. Or you got family coming, which I know there's a ton of people visiting. So if you've got all of those things going on, sometimes plants fall down on the list of priorities. So that's that. But the other thing, and I've heard some sad stories about people with plants that things aren't doing so well. They went away and they come back and things look a bit yellow and they're starving. So if you feel that you need to really give plants a good shot of fertilizer, you might want to try this. I don't recommend this for everything. Right. This is an all-purpose 20-20-20, but the numbers are high. Yes. So that means you put it on once or twice and then go back to your regular fertilizing program. So this will help really give plants a bit of a shot if you think you've been a bit behind. So that's another option.
Okay.
And then the final tip is, of course, just the standard, plant fertilizer. So Miracle Grow or Plant Prod, both of which we sell, or some other fertilizer. It's better to put something on than nothing.
Right. So I know you said, so some people, we've been talking about fertilizing all season, but some people just don't understand the importance of it. So now at this point in the season, if they haven't been fertilizing at all and things are looking pretty sad, it's not too late then to just start, right? That will help.
It isn't too late.
Right.
If we wait much longer, though, things are really going to be behind. It'll be hard to bring them back.
Right.
If you haven't fertilized since you bought things in early June or mid-June.
Yeah.
But and some plants need more than others, and so it does depend a bit. And some can get along quite well. People say, "Oh, I didn't fertilize them at all." Well, you're lucky. You've picked plants that maybe don't need as much. So it isn't too late. The thing is, it will be too late if you wait much longer past the end of July and not having fertilized anything. The plants, they need nitrogen to put out the growth. They need phosphorus, which is the middle number. There's 3 numbers on a fertilizer container. The first number is nitrogen. That drives the growth. So, for example, on the mums we're growing now, up behind the greenhouses, fall mums, imagine that, fall mums.
It's time.
We're pushing the nitrogen to them to get them to grow, get big. And then what we do is we switch our fertilizing program to concentrate on phosphorus because that's going to help with the bud and the flower development. And so that's the same with what we encourage people to do, is to get that growth going and then focus, especially if you've got, full baskets and planters like the ones you see behind me here in the greenhouse. They're grown to their maximum size, but they are putting out a lot of flowers, so they need to be nourished with phosphorus and potash, because that will help potassium. Those are the last 2 numbers in the 3 numbers on fertilizer. So nitrogen for growth, phosphorus and potassium for flowers and good root development.
Anything else we should think about as far as the gardening? It's really about that watering and fertilizing with this
Well,
heat.
the other thing is that I know lots of people have things that they're starting to eat out of their garden. I've been eating lots of different things, radishes and romaine and lettuce, and I've got snow peas and sugar snap peas to eat over the weekend. But herbs so many people plant herbs and then wonder, when do I start to use them?
This smells so good, by the way. I can smell it while I'm here.
We want pasta for breakfast. This is a basil plant, and we just potted up a bunch more of these because basil is something that we sell a lot of, and people just maybe didn't grow any themselves and just want to start to have some for cooking through the summer. And we have nice pots. They're $11.95, 3 big size plants. But in this case, this is ready to start to use. So in that, if you were going to take some basil to make like there's 4 leaves there. We'll just say that, 4 leaves. 4 leaves right there. And that would be enough for a salad dressing. A cup or a cup and a half of salad dressing. So you're going to pinch that out. So you see behind it are another little set of little leaves. So we're just going to pinch it out. And those little leaves are then going to grow into the next iteration of plant and be the next salad dressing. That will take, a few weeks, depends on the weather. But you've got enough in that to make a salad dressing. And a few bunches, and you'd have enough for a pasta dish, or adding to your soup or whatever, or mixing with tomatoes, sliced tomatoes, and cheese.
Little cheese.
Yes. So if you've got basil plants, please start using them, and don't let them go to flower, because then it changes the natural oils in the plant itself, and it's just not as pleasant a flavor. So just pick the flower off if that starts to show up.
Perfect.
I think those are the tips for today.
You know, we're third week of July.
Yep.
Lots of fresh produce still in the market.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
see every week. Of course, we talked hodgepodge already, but lots of the goodies still for that.
And this morning there are raspberries.
Ooh.
Yeah, so raspberries are highly perishable. I think people realize. So they come and go. If you're looking for raspberries to make some jam, please order them, because we're happy to get them to you as soon as they arrive in. We'll call you and say, come get your raspberries. You may not be able to get them, just walking in the door, because we don't order in large numbers, because they're just so perishable. We like to get them in and get them out the door, so that they're nice and fresh. So if you want raspberries, best to order some for making jam.
Okay, perfect.
Still some rhubarb, and the strawberry season has ended for the berries from Lunenburg County and from the valley right now, but they'll be back. Okay. There's another crop coming in mid to third week in August.
Nice. Okay.
It's hard to believe we're slipping into the end of July.
I know. Once August rolls in, there's a little shift happens,
there
and then
is a
it's
shift.
like we're still in that peak summer mode of July, and
enjoying everything about summer.
Yeah.
Water, the flowers, the friends and family that are visiting. Lots of. I said this morning, over the last 2 weeks, I've bumped into people I haven't seen for a number of years that said, "Oh, if you're in the area, go see Elspeth." And it's been so much fun.
Oh, good. And I don't know if you've been by the market lately, and I don't think we've talked about it in our videos, but you have these beautiful new tables now and umbrellas in your outdoor area, so it's a perfect spot to bring friends who are visiting, or if you're on your way to Keji or to the cottage, or just enjoying the day, to come for lunch or ice cream, or just to sit and have a nice cool drink. And it's really beautiful out there. I love it.
Yeah, and lots of people, for 2 years we really didn't really want people hanging around too long. We wanted
that in the nicest possible COVID way.
And so we had a few benches out. They were really spaced. It looked very lonely out there. And we decided this year that we really do want people, and I think people are ready for coming back and socializing in a new way. Outside, and they're being very well used. And there are picnic tables, and there's shady spots, and so you can be very comfortable here even in the heat. And we serve a soup of the day along with sandwiches and cold drinks, and of course ice cream. And if you really need a sweet treat, there's always something from the bakery.
Always,
So,
And this is Friday, so you guys are open a little later now on Fridays.
We're open till 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
rest of the week, 9 to 6.
9 to 6 every day.
9 to 7.
Fridays till 7 for everyone who wants to grab all that stuff. I don't know, but I'm not doing much cooking this weekend, Elspeth. It's just going to be some nice vegetables. Maybe last night we had homemade bread, vegetables, a little bit of sausage from Chris Weber, and a watermelon cut up, and that was supper. That was it.
Well, the thing in the heat is your appetite is somewhat usually diminished because you've been drinking so much water or other beverages that you don't seem to have the same amount of appetite. But this is July. This is July in Nova Scotia. This is usually what we have.
Yeah. Well, it was great to chat and get all those tips about looking after your garden in the summer, especially during this extreme heat that we're having. So if you guys have any questions anytime, please feel free to ask. And Wiles Lake Farm Market is open 9 to 6 every day right here in Wileville, and 9 to 7 tonight on Fridays. Well, thank you so much, Elspeth, for taking time this morning, and thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you again next time.
Have a good weekend.